Hi everybody. In this video, we're going to read the next chapter of The Power of Three. Chapter 14. Cyrus led his team through the dark passage. Glowing silver pillars along the path lit their way. It felt like they'd been walking forever when they finally reached the treasure. A cluster of pillars surrounded a massive stone triangle. A pedestal sprouted from each point, and two more stood at the very center. "So that's the spear pillar, eh?" Charon said. "In perfect shape after all these years." Cyrus summoned the lake trio. He placed each of them on a pedestal at the 3 points of the triangle. Then he told Saturn and Mars to put the adamant and lustrous orbs on the pedestals at the center. "Zolf, Mesprit, and Euxie, hear me now," Cyrus boomed. "Transfer ancient powers to the adamant and lustrous orbs, and using the infinite original powers, connect time and space." The legendary Pokemon had to obey. They glowed red as the energy flowed through them and into the orbs. "And fire!" Charon shouted, setting off a cannon. It shot out 2 loops of red chain. They spiraled through the arrow of the spear pillar, and the energy swirled through them. Above Mount Coronet, the sky began churning in a whirlpool of dark clouds. Day turned to night. The red chains glowed brighter and brighter. "Fascinating," Charon exclaimed. "Quite an impressive level of energy." Cyrus raised his fist and opened his fingers. The red gem embedded in his palm shot a bright beam out of the swirls of energy. "Dialga and Palkia, the time has come," Cyrus said. "Now, reveal yourselves." Slowly, the swirls of energy resolved into 2 giant, ghostly Pokemon. One was blue, one red. Both shimmered as if made of stars. Both were trapped in place by a loop of red chain. Saturn gasped in awe. "We are witnessing the original powers." There was a long moment of silence as Team Galactic gazed up at the powerful Pokemon they had dragged into this dimension. Then the silence turned to chaos. Pikachu, Piplup, Staraptor, Croagunk, Gliscor, and Garchomp burst into the passageway. Ash, Brock, Dawn, and Cynthia weren't far behind. Cynthia stared at the 2 legendary Pokemon. "Dialga, Palkia, and the 3 legendary Lake Guardians," she breathed. "I've always wanted to meet them all, but certainly not like this." "Stop it, Cyrus!" Ash cried. Charon was furious. "You guys just don't know when to quit." "I've had enough," Mars growled. "Purugly, now!" She tossed out her Pokeballs. Purugly charged, while a swarm of Golbats swooped toward Ash. "Quick, Pikachu! Use Thunderbolt!" he yelled. "Piplup, Bubble Beam!" Dawn ordered. Golbat and Purugly were down for the count. "Here's our chance to save the Lake Guardians," Cynthia cried. "Quick!" "You heard that?" Ash asked the Pokemon. They had. So they sprang into action. Pikachu, Staraptor, Piplup, Gliscor, Croagunk, and Garchomp zoomed to Team Galactic. Team Galactic didn't stand a chance. They ducked as Pikachu, Piplup, and Croagunk ran toward the Lake Trio. Together, the 3 Pokemon smashed the control jewels on the Lake Trio's foreheads. Then Ash, Brock, and Dawn swooped in and grabbed Zolf, Mesprit, and Euxie. "Zolf, it's me," Ash said. "Are you okay?" "I've got you," Dawn said. Mesprit was limp in her arms. "It's me." "I'm coming," Brock promised, but Euxie didn't seem to recognize him. "It's Brock." Once the Lake Trio were off the pedestals, Dialga and Palkia faded away. "They're both disappearing," Saturn cried. "You showed Cyrus," Ash told his Pokemon as he returned to their Pokeballs. "What do you think of that?" he taunted Cyrus. "You no longer have the power to control Dialga or Palkia," Cynthia told him. "I wouldn't be so sure." Cyrus raised his fist again, wielding the red gem. At his command, Dialga and Palkia appeared. This time, it wasn't their ghostly forms. It was really them. Dialga and Palkia screamed and writhed, trying to escape from the red chain, but it was no use. Cyrus was still in control. "They can't resist," Saturn cackled. It's impossible to break free from the red chain that contains the original powers. What's happening to them? Dawn asked. It has to be those rings, Cynthia guessed, pointing to the red chain. Without warning, the legendary Pokemon's eyes began to glow. A self slipped out of Ash's arms and floated before him. Uxie and Mesprit did the same. What's going on? Ash asked. Sweat trickled down Dawn's forehead. It's so warm, she said. Brock was getting a strange, tingling feeling. They must be willing this to happen, he realized. The Lake Trio stared intensely at the kids, as if they were trying to tell them something. Ash closed his eyes. A voice spoke to him, deep in his mind. Though he'd never heard it before, he recognized it immediately. It was Azelf's voice. Whoa, I can hear them, he said. They're asking us to help save Dialga and Palkia. Wow, I can hear them too, Dawn exclaimed. I can really hear them, Cynthia. The champion smiled. Your hearts have become one with the legendary Pokemon. It's truly a wonderful thing. Cyrus ignored them all. He couldn't be bothered to deal with such nuisances anymore. Not when he was so close to his goal. Dialga, ruler of time. Palkia, ruler of space. Release your powers now, he commanded them. Create a new universe before me. Dialga and Palkia let loose a mighty roar. Energy flowed from their open mouths. Get away, Cynthia screamed, as the beams combined into a swirling sphere. Ash, Dawn, and Brock dove for safety as the sphere expanded. Stars swirled within it. It really was a new universe, just as Cyrus had always dreamed. Our new world, he whispered, and it's about to be born. He stepped before the swirling universe. I am the one who is finally going to bring order to this chaos. I won't let you, Ash shouted. Aim for the chains, Ash, Cynthia advised. If we can release Dialga and Palkia, we might be able to stop the creation of the new world. Ash clenched his fist. Then let's do this. Pikachu, use Thunderbolt. Piplup, use Bubble Beam, Dawn told the little blue Pokemon. Now! Croagunk, Poison Sting, Brock shouted. Use Draco Meteor, Cynthia ordered her trusty Garchomp. The combined force of their attacks rained down on the red chain. It was working. The chain was weakening. Dialga, use Roar of Time, Cyrus commanded. Palkia, use Spatial Rend. Ash and his friends froze in terror as Dialga and Palkia unleashed their most powerful attacks. But the Lake Trio wouldn't let harm come to their friends. They threw themselves in the path of the attack, creating a protective energy shield around Ash and his friends. The Roar of Time and Special Rend attacks bounced right off the shield. We're okay, Ash said in surprise as the energy faded away and he was still in one piece. You did that for us? Dawn asked the legendary Pokemon. Thanks, you three, Brock said. Mars decided it might be time to get out of there before the legendary Pokemon decided to get a little revenge. Oh, please, Cyrus, sir, she begged. Let's go to our new world right away. I have no need for you, Cyrus sneered. Your very existence will poison my new world. Saturn gasped. No need for us? This new world belongs to me alone, Cyrus roared. You can never understand what it truly means. He turned his back on his team and gazed at the galaxy swirling in his new universe. Let's attack those rings once more, Cynthia suggested quietly. There had to be a way to break their red chain. Right, let's do it. Now, Ash agreed. Dawn turned to the Lake Trio. Help us, please. At her pleading, Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie combined attacks and aimed them right at the red chain. The ring sizzled and shook under the power of the attack, and then dissolved into smoke. Dialga and Palkia fell to the ground. The universe they had created began to shrink. They're vanishing now, Charon said. So I guess this is the end. Cyrus refused to let it happen. He worked too hard for too long. This is my perfect world, he said, striding toward the glowing universe, governed by an order that does not require either heart or conscience. Cyrus, stop! Ash shouted. It is mine and mine alone. Cyrus flung himself into the new universe. He disappeared into the swirling stars. Cyrus, sir, no! Mars lunged toward the universe, desperate to follow her leader. Saturn grabbed her and held tight. Seconds later, the universe shrank in on itself and disappeared. It was gone. So was Cyrus.